Hey preschool team, I'm here to tell you what we are doing for the second weekend in February. We are continuing to talk about how Jesus loves us, and this week we're focusing on how he loves anyone, no matter what you've done or who you are loved by him. So we are talking about the story of Zacchaeus. So we have, I'll show you first our craft. This is a fun one to do before Valentine's Day, and just to reinforce that Jesus loves us, but he loves us to pieces is what we're doing our craft. So we have all these little pieces of paper that the kids are going to get to glue on their heart, and then it says Jesus loves, and then you put their name. So down here it says, it prompts you to write their name, and then it says 2 pieces. So Jesus loves Miss Chelsea to pieces. So they can color, but they're also going to kind of collage, glue these little pieces on their hearts. So that is the craft. And then our activity is kind of 2 different parts. One of the parts is this Zacchaeus book that is written from 2 different perspectives. So you can read it first, Zacchaeus and Jesus, from the perspective of Zacchaeus. And so if you go this way, but then if you flip it over the other way, like this, then it's the perspective of Jesus, and it's Jesus and Zacchaeus. So then you can read it in this direction. So you'll see that if you flip it and then you flip it this way, it will give you 2 different perspectives depending on the way that you read it. So that's a really fun book. And then an additional activity that we will be doing is a train activity. So you guys can be creative in your space. Have the kids create a train by using chairs, or maybe you just designate a certain part of your carpet that's the train. I think it would be really fun, though, if you had them move their chairs and made them in rows and lines. And then one of you is going to be a conductor, and everyone's going to get a ticket. You can distribute these ahead of time. You can distribute these at craft time. There's a spot for their name on it. If you don't write their name on it, that's fine. They don't need to take it home. If they want to, they can, but this is not that important. It's just helping to support the dramatic play of this train ride that they're going to go on. So you guys will have a hole puncher in your classroom, and they're going to pretend to get on the train and everything. So go ahead and have the kids hold their ticket out so that they can get it punched, and then they can get on the train. Doesn't really matter where you punch it. And then you're going to have a little guide to go with it that talks about the story of Zacchaeus. So after this would be good to do, especially if you just read the book, because it would be fresh in their minds. And then you would be able to read this guide for the leader that talks about the story of Zacchaeus, and it's interactive. So while they're sitting on the train and they have their tickets, then when you're explaining it to them, it says, "All aboard. I need everyone to listen closely. Every time I say Zacchaeus, I want you to hold up your train ticket. Let's practice." And then they say Zacchaeus. So while you're telling the story and you use a word or the name Zacchaeus, then they would hold up their train ticket. So they have to listen for that. So it's just, again, reviewing the story, but also a fun dramatic play. So you have 2 activities, and you can just choose which one. You might not have time for both of them, so you can choose which one you want to do first. And so that's all we have for you, and I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye.